First of all, I want to acknowledge Acting Commissioner of Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, Terry O'Leary, Commissioner of the DOT, Marie-Therese Dominguez, Executive Director of the New York State Thruway Authority, Frank Hoare, Major Robert McConnell from the New York State Police, and Jackie Bray, the Director of State Operations. And there's only one reason we're gathered here this morning, is to send out the alarm, alert all New Yorkers that we are heading into a very, very dangerous weather event that is unfolding later today and throughout this weekend into Monday throughout every corner of the state. No state will be immune from feeling the effect of Mother Nature's wrath on this weekend. So we warned about an extreme weather event yesterday. That event has arrived. It's intensifying as we speak. Now, we're used to winter in New York. We're in Albany today. I'm from Buffalo. Was in New York City yesterday. We think we're ready for this. But when you get complacent, that's when you get into trouble. So I'm here to say this is a very dangerous combination of heavy snow and extreme, extreme cold temperatures. And the risks are so intense that as I'm standing here right now, I'm declaring a state of emergency throughout the entire state of New York. And what that will allow us to do is to coordinate more closely with local governments, deploy state resources into municipalities without the lag of time required. So this will ensure that all of our local partners and agencies have the resources they need to keep New Yorkers safe and to get through this weather event. Allows us to suspend certain laws that would be related to procurement, et cetera. So right now, here's the bad news. Temperatures across New York are plummeting. By tomorrow night, we'll be experiencing some of the most dangerous cold we've seen in years. And if you're heading up to the North Country or live in that beautiful part of our state, you better bundle up. You'll be experiencing minus 40 to minus 50 degree wind chills. The rest of the state, real field temperatures will feel like below zero tonight and tomorrow, down to a negative minus 20 all across the I-90 corridor from Buffalo to Albany will feel like it's below zero and also down minus 20. And even in downstate, the temperature will feel like minus 10, Hudson Valley, minus 10 in New York City and Long Island. And that is not something that part of our state is accustomed to. So what are you worried about? What am I worried about? Frostbite. Frostbite can set in literally within 5 minutes of exposure, as well as hypothermia. So the symptoms of hypothermia are poor coordination, slurred speech, exhaustion, shivering. Let's first of all try to prevent being in this situation, but if you must be outside and you're with other people, pay attention to those signs because that means they're experiencing a serious health event. So we got the extreme cold, bundle up. Let's talk about the volume of snow. We're seeing lake effect snow falling off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. The Tug Hill area of our state in Watertown will see 1 to 2 feet off of Lake Erie, up to 18 inches in the southern tier. Buffalo, only 4 to 6. I'm not sure they'll even notice, but Buffalo's prepared. But we're tracking another large storm system. It can begin impacting New York as early as Saturday night. Snow is expected all day, Saturday, Sunday into Monday. And also our forecasts have been upgraded or downgraded depending on your perspective. We're expecting more snow than they were talking about even 24 hours ago. So pay attention to these totals. 12 to 18 inches of snow possible across Long Island, New York City, Hudson Valley, Capital Region, Southern Tier, Mohawk Valley, and Central New York. The rest of the state could see upwards of a foot of snow. Now, up to a foot of snow downstate, it could be paralyzing in a dense area like New York City. They have not seen snow totals like this in years. But the good news is one good side of this is I always ask about what are the winds expected to be? Because if you have the combination of snow that is falling, but also high winds or hurricane force winds, as we've seen in many of our blizzards, that creates a condition of extreme whiteouts. That's when you cannot see on the New York State Thruway. That's when people are more at risk of going off the road or into a ditch. So the good news is we don't expect the high volume of winds throughout the state, but there will be surges, squalls of upwards of 25 to 35 miles an hour. So that can happen. Let's talk about how we can protect people. I've authorized all state employees to work remotely on Monday. I encourage other employers to do the same, just to keep people off the roads. And think about this, the fewer people on the roads, the more our great team led by Commissioner Dominguez can be out there salting and clearing the snow and making the roads safer for those, particularly emergency vehicles that must be out there.